want to say thanks so much for just, breaking this issue open and being so honest on the project last night, first of all.
Yes, I'll be honest. I wish I had been somebody else. But anyway,
Yeah,
it's true, isn't it?
That someone's got to stand up and do something because it's killing our kids out there.
I know, and we were just saying it isn't something that's touched either of us personally, but when we heard your story, we just thought, you know what, this is a huge thing, and we do speak to a young audience here in Sydney, and it's something that a lot of people are going through, and we just couldn't sit in silence this morning and not have you on the show. Have you heard from your son?
Yes, my son's very irate at the moment, but I had, it was either going to go one way or the other, but right now I'm like most other mothers out there, and I'm running out of options. So
Jacqui,
I'm just trying to reach out to him the best way I can, and I'm not even sure this is the best way, but like I said, I've tried everything.
Well, that is the thing, you know what? When you're faced with such a dire situation, you absolutely do need to do whatever you can to help your loved ones, and I hope that you're feeling the support that you have for doing that. How did it get so desperate for you?
I think it's just been a build-up for the last few years, and it's just got to the point where it's out of control, and I can't do anything with him. I can't involuntarily put him in and detox him in a rehabilitation centre. I can't go and grab him and say, get in the car, you're going to rehab. I don't have those choices. I can't do anything. I'm just sitting back there on the sidelines feeling absolutely powerless.
Jacqui, is that because he is a 21-year-old adult, or is it because of the severity of his drug addiction that he doesn't actually realise he has a problem?
No, it's because we don't have any laws in this country so we can go and involuntarily detox our own children. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
I think at least what you've done is you've opened the communication with him, and at least that's one step in the right direction, even if right now the communication is a bit negative and he isn't happy with what you've done, and even if what you want to do is to involuntarily put him into the detox, at least regardless of anything, you are talking to him.
Well, that's it. At least I know, that he's alive, so that's a bonus. That's a relief. So it's a real psychological game, and it's going to be like that over the next few days, I would imagine. So I'll just hopefully he'll continue to ring, whether it doesn't matter really what he's saying, but if I can just hear him and try and put my point across. But other than that, I'm like I said, I'm getting desperate.
Jacqui, obviously getting help for your son is your main priority, as it should be. But outside of that relationship, what are you hoping will happen from opening this discussion up on a national level?
Well, I'm hoping on a national level. We've been working on a private member's bill for about 3.5 months now, so we can involuntarily detox our children. Right now, I can't because of the Constitution. Apparently, if they're over 18, they don't think that I'll be able to get that bill through. He is a little bit older than that, but at least this will be a good start, and I can get those people that have got young kids. Some of these kids are 13 or 14,
wow.
And they need help. So by hopefully getting that bill through, we have had a lot of argy-bargy with the legislators up here in trying not to cross into the Constitution. I was having a lot of struggle with them, so I went to the University of Tasmania. They had their own law lecturers and that down there, and they got back to me in 4 hours and said, no, this can be done, and it can be done like this. So I've been very grateful to have the University of Tasmania behind me in trying to resolve this issue, and they're just tidying it up now, and hopefully we'll be able to present that next time in Parliament.
Is there a country in the world that you know of that is actually dealing with this epidemic of ice addiction in a great way that we can model what we should be doing in Australia to deal with it? Because it feels like it's an issue that's out of control.
Yeah, I think that most countries around the world would be dealing with this epidemic right now, especially the hardest thing is the unemployment. There is a lot of unemployment, and most countries right now are struggling with unemployment for youth, and that's where the situation's starting from. They're feeling useless. They've lost their self-esteem and they're depressed, and that's making it easier for people that are selling those drugs to push those drugs onto these kids.
Well, I think regardless of whether you think that involuntary detox is the answer or not, what would you say to parents out there, or to people like us whose mates are perhaps sliding down this slippery slope? What would you say is the right thing to do?
Oh, you know what? I've said this before. I think people deserve second, third, and fourth chances. Stick by, whether it's your son or your daughter. Stick by your mates, and just you know, try and get to the bottom of this. Try and beat them at their own game so they can get their lives back in order. I don't know what else to say, but you've just got to stand by their side and try and push them into the rehabilitation way, because I just don't believe at this point in time we have anything else.